Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. My name is Colonel Navy Dr. Insinyur Yanif Dwi Kunchoro. The title, my presentation is Energy Security for National Security. Energy security is defined as a condition of ensuring in the availability of energy and community access to at affordable price in the long term while still paying attention to environment protection. This is in the government regulation number 79 to 2014 about the national energy policy. In the describe the supply side policy is the shifting paradigm in demand side policy. Supply side in policy is the guarantee of supply, is the exploration, optimism, diversification, and production. And the energy price, direct subsidy, public awareness, diversification, and convention. Energy security, and then in this government regulation number 79 is a condition that guaranteed of is this name for R plus 1S availability, accessibility, affordability, acceptability, and sustainable. In the bottom level to the energy security, to up energy independent, and the top level in energy sovereignty. National security, the main purpose of national security is a condition of a country that has the ability, deterrence, and security in facing and overcoming a form of threats, disturbance, obstacle, and challenge from all aspects of life Astagatra, to ensure to the continuity of the nation and state. Astagatra is the Trigatra and Panchagatra. Trigatra is the natural resource, geography, and demography. So Panchagatra is the ideology, politics, economy, social culture, and defense security. State defense system is semesta. In this, the Undang-Undang number 3 and 22. State defense is all efforts to defend the sovereignty of the state, the territorial integrity of the NKRI, safety of the entire nation from threat and disturbance to the integrity of the nation and state, which arranged in the universal system semesta. In the picture, this name, the triple helix model. Triple helix model is the sovereignty, is the vertical, and the horizontal is territorial integrity and the safety nation. Behind the side of one of its manifestation is bela negara attitude as a behavior of the nation that embodied by their love for NKRI, which is based on Pancasila as constitution in ensure the survival of the nation and state. In describe the picture to Panca-Helic model is the number one, love of country. Number two, belief Pancasila as national ideology. Number three, willing to the sacrifice for the nation and country. So then have the ability of bela negara, and the last then awareness of the nation and state. In describe is the energy security and national security to the political security, economic security, social security, and culture security form to support is energy security. Energy security, the national security, the component from demand that support national security to transportation, industry, household, building, and other. And the balance demand that should be balanced again to supply from fossil or renewable energy. Energy security and political security in the cyclus form conflict potential in the distribution the energy to dominant group of people join in the process of distribution and short allocation. To every polarized suggestion has right and the initial cyclus conflict potential. The dynamic, the police dynamic in energy, especially in the first as exploration and exploitation energy search, so geopolitical factor in decide the energy price. And then international partnership, so basic and certain law in energy sector, especially and private sector, and the last investment in the energy sector. This graph, the graphic in this graph to the energy security, to the political security, we can see from the charts political effect, the increasing and decreasing of world oil price. The firstly, conflict between the country as the highest energy producer and highest consumer. The secondly, International Oil Organization OPEC decision to cut the oil production when the demand was increased, so the oil price increased. And the third, US and the highest oil consumer in the world had oil crisis and made the oil become to $130. In the graphic, in the graph to energy security, the political security, crude oil price minus as the impact of COVID-19. The drastic decline to the triggered by the buildup in oil supply due to decrease oil use, while at the same time to the volume of oil production remained the same. As a result of this situation, the contract price had to drop significantly and enter negative territory, so that oil buying, okay, I can continue to my presentation from slide to 5. In state defense, is all effort to defend the sovereignty of the state, the territorial integrity of the NKRI, safety of the entire nation from threats and disturbance to the integrity of the nation and state, which reign in a universal system. In this graph, this name to triple helix model is the three variable is in territorial integrity, and the second to the safety of nation, and the third to sovereignty. And side in the graph of on one of in its manifestation is bela negara attitude as a behavior of the nation that imbued by their love of NKRI, which is based on Pancasila as constitution in ensuring the survival of the nation and state. In this name graph is the Panca helix model. Described is the bela negara action is the love the country, and the first to the second to believe Pancasila as national ideology, the three of willingness to the sacrifice for the nation and country. So then have ability of bela negara, and the last of awareness of the nation and state. This is slide in describe to the energy security, to the national security to the political security, economic security, social security, and culture security is the support from energy security. Next slide, and energy security to the national security, the component that support national security from demand to the transportation, industry, household, building, or others is the demand that should be balanced against supply. Is from to the fossil and renewable energy. In this slide is the energy security to the political energy in the cycles to conflict potential in distributing the energy to the dominant group of people join in the process of distribution and short allocation. To every Polish suggestion has right to the initial cycles, the conflict potential, and Polish dynamic in energy sector is the exploration and exploitation energy source to geopolitical factor in decided the energy price, and the third, international partnership. So then basic and certainly law in energy sector, especially in private sector. And the last, in investment in the energy sector. In this graphic, energy security and political security, we can see from the chart, politics affect the increasing and decreasing of world oil price. The firstly, conflict between the country as a highest energy producer and highest consumer. The secondly, International Oil Organization OPEC decision to cut the oil production when the demand was increased, so the oil price increased. And the thirdly, US as the highest oil consumer in the world had oil crisis and made the oil price became to $130. And then describe the energy security, political and security. The drastic decline was triggered by a breach in oil supply. The two decreased oil use will at the same time the volume of oil production remained the same. As a result of this situation, the contract price had to drop significantly and enter negative territory, so that oil buying and selling transaction did not proceed and usually. While usually seller receive payment from the buyer, but now at a minus price of oil. On the contrary, the seller has to make a payment for each barrel of oil to the buyer. This is stable and great and energy security to dependent economic security. There was a decrease in export and an increase in import every year. PNPB, penerimaan negara bukan pajak from the SDM sector. And then the energy security dependent to economic security, the contribution of tax revenue continue to be optimist and quality state spending is increased. This is modeling concept. Is my name, our name in the Indonesia Defense University is the energy modeling concept supports defense and defense support energy. In the left, my name, our name is the quantiple helix model is the 4R plus 1S. The first R is availability, the second to the acceptability. So then acceptability, then affordability and sustainable is the model. The name is quantiple helix model. So then quantiple helix model from the stakeholder energy is the defense, industry, academic or lecture, research on BUMN to go to and the public. And so then the triple helix model is the state defense, is the three variable: territorial integrity, safety of nation and sovereignty, and so then to the Pancha helix model. is the bela negara attitude. Love of country, belief Pancasila or as national ideology, willing to the sacrifice for the nation and country, so then have the ability of bela negara, and the last then awareness of the nation state. The example of energy support defense and defense support energy, instalasi of solar panel from Indonesia Defense University in Mako, Markas Komando, Brigade Infantry 3, the Pasmar 3, Pasukan Marinir 3 di Kota Sorong, at the 77 Agustus 2019. In several described to the energy security in social security culture, energy support school activity, so then energy processing into biogas sebagai waste to energy, so then energy support procurement of clean water, order to the energy support tourism, energy support street lighting, and energy support to household. The challenge of energy sector is demand, projection of energy demand, energy development in Indonesia, and project Indonesia energy balance on 2025. Energy sector challenge is for the special, the first in oil. The problem is the energy supply crisis, and then lack of infrastructure, and then to the lack of strategic reserve and natural resource management. To the second, in the problem in the lack of distribution infrastructure, and then lack of distribution infrastructure in downstream city gas network, uncertain of demand, take or pay mechanism because there are no off-takers and production, and human resource capacity of in not optimal. And the third goal is the high externalities, pollution, environmental and social damage, and government commitment to reduce greenhouse gases. And the last, to the renewable energy, not yet independent to the technology, and the human resources capacity is not optimal. Price agreement between PLN between PLN and IPP, and different resource regional potential.
Yani, maybe 2 minutes more.
At the sector strengthening, yes. The first deposition, increase production or reserve of oil and gas, make exploration easy, provide a fiscal incentive, fix of the rule or regulation. And the second deposition, and reduce fuel consumption and imports, use alternative energy source, biofuel mandatory, and conversion of fuel to natural gas or others. The diversion push massively the development of renewable energy, take advantage of various energy sources from geothermal, water, biomass, solar, or others. And the fourth definition, energy saving, make it a community movement that life energy saving. This is the fourth definition of energy. Energy and industrial 4.0 digitization of the economy and other fields to meet the increasing demand of energy. The COVID-19 pandemic has helped acceleration and digitization in order to maintain the stability of the country. Aspect that can fulfill energy security must be considered because it is closely related to national security. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Bapak Kolonel Laut Dr. Insinyur Danip Dwi Kunchoro. Let's give a big round